Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to confront an idea that 99% of people are thinking in a certain way and do have opinions in a certain way about that. And that idea is that when we are running the extra mile, when we are doing the extra set, when we are doing the extra call, when we are doing the extra thing, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and just pretty much project it to your own field. The only benefit for that is that, for example, with the sets, what we're doing at the gym is that we will become stronger physically. Or when we are making another call, for example, when we are cold calling, then we eventually are increasing our marginal efficiency by actually giving the chance for us to be able to schedule another call, so therefore creating another conversion. Or when you're playing another, half an hour with the guitar, the idea would be that, hey, you will become, a little bit better with the music. And so these are all true. But the idea is that the biggest benefit is not coming from that. The biggest benefit is coming on the mindset level, on the character level, if you will so. And so why I do think that this is super, super important is because what is happening when we are about to quit? And let's just flip the coin. Because in reality, when we are thinking about life, we all have the tendency to think about, hey, like life will be, we always have the tendency to think between perfect conditions. Yeah, I will start going to the gym and, I'll be healthy. I will not be sick. I will not get a flu. I will have, strength every single day. I will be able to, get my nutrition done. And we are always optimistic when we are, getting into these endeavors. But, and here's the thing, we don't really want to think about the days which suck. The days when you're like, man, I don't really want to get out of this bed. You exactly know that, that will lead to nowhere, but you're like, I just don't want to do that, right? And so in those days, if you have the character that is determining you that, hey, motherfucker is getting up and getting work done, and sorry about the language here, but I didn't really find a better term here, then you eventually go out there and do that thing. It doesn't really matter whether it's cold, whether it's you don't have the mood, whether you're feeling sick. It doesn't matter. You're a freaking cleaner. You're just getting shit done. You're a professional, and this is the difference between the professionals and the amateurs. This is the difference between the wannabe millionaires, entrepreneurs, musicians, YouTube stars, whatever, and the actual people who do that. This thing, what you do when you don't feel like it. And so, if we are able to teach ourselves that, hey man, we are always going for that extra mile, then you are building up an identity which eventually determining that you will only can do great. So you can only be great. You can only go to bed if you achieve some level of greatness that day. Meaning that you have been able to overcome something that you didn't really want to overcome. And due to my explanation, this is the explanation to myself, that greatness is when we are actually going through something that we don't want to go through. That is greatness. And so, due to my personal experience, is the only way to actually grow. To go through something that you don't want to do. Like, go to a place when you're afraid of. Like, that's the only place, or that's the only way where growth can actually happen. Through greatness, through doing something that we don't want to do. And so, the idea is that when we are doing the extra set, this is not only for us to be able to get stronger physically or get better at the craft, but to build the identity. And guess what? When we are building that identity, then that thing will be locking that inside of ourselves, meaning that we can only act from that identity, love.